This is the Katadyn BeFree water filtration system, designed to be lightweight with a soft packable bottle. But how does this perform on the trail? Find out. Hi everyone, welcome to the video. If this is your first time coming across my channel, I'm Steve, where I take you to see waterfalls, scenic vistas, mountains, lakes, and rivers. So if you haven't done so yet, click that subscribe button below and adventure with me in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. But in today's video, I will be reviewing the Katadyn BeFree water filtration system. Now, I've picked this up a while ago and I've used this a bunch of times, and I'm ready to give my full review. And as with all my reviews, I'm going to be going over the specs and features, my likes and dislikes, price, and then final thoughts. So let's get started. The Katadyn BeFree water filtration system comes in a 0.6 liter collapsible flask or a 1 liter collapsible flask. The flask is made of thermoplastic polyurethane, which is BPA and PVC free. Now, I picked up the 0.6 liter collapsible flask, and I'll give you the reason why I chose that one instead of the 1 liter later on. Moving on to the filter, this is made of hollow fiber, and the filter size is 0.1 micron, which means it can remove 99.9999% of bacteria and 99.99% of protozoa. The filter does not remove viruses, but if you live in North America, waterborne viruses typically are not a problem. The filter rate is a speedy 2 liters per minute, and you can filter 1,000 liters or 264 gallons in the lifetime of the filter. The flask has a wide 43 millimeter opening, making this really easy to fill from lakes, rivers, or streams. Now, if you do lose the nozzle on the BeFree, it's not a problem. You can actually take the nozzle from a smart water bottle and replace it on your BeFree, and you are good to go. Now that we got the specs and features out of the way, let's get into my likes and dislikes, starting always with my likes. So for my first like of the BeFree water filtration system is the built-in filter, which means all you have to do is fill up the flask, screw on the lid, and that's it. You're good to go. Very easy to use, very simple. My second like of the BeFree is the very quick filtration rate of 2 liters per minute, allowing you to fill up other water bottles or other flasks quickly. My next like is that the flask is collapsible, giving this great packability. This means that this is a great space saver, allowing you to carry more gear or water in your pack. And when this is empty, it can collapse into a very compact size, and this allows me to store this right in the side compartment of my Camelback Ultra Pro day pack. Moving on to my next like of the BeFree is just how lightweight this is. Now, Katadyn lists this at 2.1 ounces, but when I weighed it, it came out to be 2.3 ounces or 66 grams. Either way, it's still lighter than the popular Sawyer Squeeze filter, which is 3 ounces. So being so lightweight, that is always good, whether you are day hiking, backpacking, running, or even biking. The other thing that I really like about the BeFree is just how easy it is to clean. So if the filter gets clogged, all you have to do is just swish the filter in some water, or you can fill the flask up with water and just shake the flask and the filter is clean. Now, that is much easier than the Sawyer Squeeze, which requires back flushing, which means you have to carry a syringe. Now earlier I said I would talk about why I chose to get the 0.6 liter flask rather than the 1 liter flask, which brings me to my final like, and that is the ability to stow the 0.6 liter flask in the front compartment of my Camelback Ultra Pro, so it makes it really convenient and a perfect fit. So moving on to my dislikes of the BeFree, I would have to say my first dislike is that the filter only has a capacity of 1,000 liters compared to the Sawyer Squeeze, which has a lifetime filter capacity of up to 100,000 liters. So it's something you're going to have to consider. You will have to replace the filter more often. So my next dislike of the BeFree is the questionable durability of the collapsible flask. Now, I have read a number of complaints that the flask tears or springs a leak easily. Now, I have not experienced this myself. I've used this a bunch of times and the flask has held up great. The material is the same as my Camelback Quick Stow flask. They are both made of the polyurethane material, and I have used my Camelback Quick Stow flask for years. I've never had a durability issue with them. So it's just something to keep in mind that there may possibly be a durability issue with the BeFree collapsible flask. Maybe it is slightly thinner than the Camelback Quick Stow flask, but luckily I've had no issues with the durability. It's just something that could affect you, and you may have to go out and get another flask. And I have one more just personal, really nitpicky dislike, and that is the filter on the BeFree does not fit in my Camelback flask. The Camelback opening is slightly, maybe 1 or 2 millimeters larger than the BeFree, and it just really would have been cool if the BeFree filter fit in the Camelback flask. Just again, really nitpicky. Just would have been nice if it was the exact size. But other than that, that is it for my dislikes. Now let's get into price of the BeFree in US dollars. The 0.6 liter water filtration system will cost you $44.95. The 1 liter filtration system will cost you $49.95. The filter replacement will cost $26.95 compared to the Sawyer Squeeze water filtration system, which goes for $38.95. So if you're going to be using this water filtration system a ton, then you are going to have to consider the cost of replacing the filter more often than the Sawyer Squeeze. Okay, so for my final thoughts on the Katadyn BeFree water filtration system, I am absolutely loving this. I just love how convenient this is without the burden of a filter that is too heavy or takes up too much space. I love how compact this gets and just how easy this is to use. You just fill up the flask, screw on the top, and you're good to go. So if you are day hiking, backpacking, running, or even biking, this is a great option for its functionality. This is also a great option for a day out where you don't feel like you want to carry a ton of water with you. So if you're hiking, running, or biking by a lake, river, or in an area that has a lot of streams, then you can just take this with you empty, and you don't have to go to that area already carrying a ton of water with you. So overall, I am very happy with the Katadyn BeFree. I use this a lot when I am hiking and running. Everything from its lightweight to how compact it is to just how easy it is to use. I highly recommend the Katadyn BeFree if you are in the market for a new water filtration system. Alright guys, that is it for the video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review of the Katadyn BeFree water filtration system. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Comment below, let me know which water filtration system you use and why. Don't forget to click the subscribe button because I want you to continue to adventure with me in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. And then I'll catch you next time. Take care.